Marshall Bruce Mathers III, better known by his stage name Eminem, is an American rapper, songwriter, record producer, and actor. It gained rapid popularity in 1999 with the release of the Slim Shady LP, which won the Grammy Award for Best Rap Album of the Year. His next album, the Marshall Mathers LP, became the best-selling solo album in U.S. history. This fact made him known throughout the world, and helped to publicize his record label, Shady Records, and his group, D12. Born in St. Joseph, Missouri, he was the only son of Deborah Nelson Mathers Briggs and Marshall Bruce Mathers Jr. Their ancestry is diverse, including Scottish, Welsh, English, German, Swiss, Polish and possibly Luxembourgish ancestry. His father abandoned the family when he was a year and a half, and Marshall was raised only by his mother in conditions of poverty. By the age of 12, he and his mother Deborah had moved several times and lived in several Missouri cities and towns, including St. Joseph, Savannah, and Kansas City, before settling in Warren, Michigan, a suburb of Detroit. After obtaining a copy of the Beastie Boys album Licensed to Ill as a teenager, Marshall became interested in hip-hop, rapping amateur at age 14 under the pseudonym Eminem. Shortly thereafter, he joined the group Bassment Productions, which released an EP titled Steppin' Onto the Scene. After the release of the EP, Marshall left the group and changed his stage name to Soul Intent, and released in 1995 his first single, called Fuckin' Backstabber, under the independent label Mashin' Duck Records. Despite being a student at Lincoln High School in Warren, he often participated in freestyle battles at the now-defunct Osborne High School on Detroit's East Side. Although most of the members of the hip-hop movement in his state were of African American descent, Marshall was eventually well accepted by the underground hip-hop public. After repeating the 9th grade twice for excessive absences and poor grades, he dropped out of school at age 17. In 1991, his maternal uncle, Ronald "Ronnie" Nelson, committed suicide with a shotgun blast to the head. Marshall was very close to him and was devastated by this fact. Today, he sports a tattoo on his left arm with the writing, "Ronnie R.I.P." He was initially signed to FBT Productions in 1992, led by brothers Jeff and Mark Bass. He also cooked and washed dishes at a small restaurant in St. Clair Shores for some time, where he was paid minimum wage. In 1996, their debut album Infinite, recorded at the Bassment Studio, was released through the independent label Web Entertainment. Already under the stage name Eminem, he recalls, "Obviously, I was young and influenced by other artists, and I remember several comments saying I looked like Nas and Az. Infinite served for me to try to figure out what my rap style was, how my voice would sound on the mic and live. It was a phase of growth." I felt Infinite was a demo album that ended up being pushed to become studio. This disc included the difficulties of supporting her newborn daughter Haley Jade Scott, the difficulty of making money, and the dream of getting rich. Early in his career, Eminem collaborated with MC Royce da 5 feet 9 inches on the duet called Bad Meets Evil. After the release of Infinite, Eminem's personal struggles with drug and alcohol abuse culminated in a failed suicide attempt. Eminem is also an active music producer. He produced and participated in several songs by other artists, such as Welcome to D-Block, by Jadakiss, Renegade, and Moment of Clarity, by Jay-Z, On Fire, Warrior Point 2, and Hands Up, by Lloyd Banks, Drama Setter, by Tony Yayo, Welcome to Detroit, by Trick Trick, and My Name, and Don't Approach Me, by Exhibit. Most of the tracks on The Eminem Show were produced by Eminem himself, with co-production by his old friend Jeff Bass. Other productions include Ghetto Gospel, with Elton John, the Encore album, with Dr. Dre, The Cross, by Nas, Who Want It, by Trick Trick, and 8 tracks from Obi Trice's Second Rounds on Me album. In addition to executive producing D12's first 2 albums, Devil's Night and D12 World, he did the same task on Obi Trice's Cheers and Second Rounds on Me, as well as 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Tryin' and The Massacre. In 2004, Eminem was the producer of Tupac's posthumous album Shakur Loyal to the Game, along with Afeni Shakur, Tupac's mother. With regard to Eminem's productions, he is seen as someone of an unusual style. Instead of first making the instrumental of the song, he starts producing with the idea of how he wants the song to be structured through its lyrics. A notable exception to this is Stand, which was produced by Mark the 45 King. On October 21, 2008, Eminem released an autobiography titled The Way I Am, which details his struggles with poverty, drugs, fame, heartbreak, and depression, along with stories about his rise to fame and commentary on past controversies. The book still contains a few pages of the original lyrics of songs such as Stan and The Real Slim Shady. Marshall has always been an object of close study, both in his career as a rapper and in his personal life. He was married twice to Kimberly Ann Scott, whom he met in high school. They began their relationship in 1989 and married in 1999. In 2000, Kimberly Scott attempted suicide and sued Eminem for defamation for the way he described her death in the song, Kim. The couple divorced for the first time in 2001, but resumed their union in January 2006. The second divorce took place in December of the same year, after both agreed to share custody of daughter Haley Jade Scott Mathers, born in 1995. Haley Scott was referred to in several of Eminem's songs, such as 97 Bonnie and Clyde, Haley's song, My Dad's Gone Crazy, Like Toy Soldiers, Mockingbird, Forgot About Dre, Cleanin' Out My Closet, When I'm Gone, Deja Vu, Beautiful, Sing for the Moment, Airplanes Part 2, and Going Through Changes. In early 2010, he responded to several tabloids that had talked about an alleged meeting with Kim, strongly denied by himself. Eminem adopted 2 other daughters, Elena Laney Mathers, daughter of Kim's sister, and Whitney Scott, daughter of a previous relationship with the same Kim. He is also the legal guardian of his half-brother Nathan. In 1999, Marshall's mother sued him for about $10 million over alleged libel on her on the tracks on the Slim Shady EP. She was able to receive only $1,600 in 2001 for moral damages. Mathers was arrested on June 3, 2000 during an altercation at a car equipment store located in Royal Oak, Michigan. The argument took place with Douglas Dale, where he pulled out an unloaded gun and kept it pointed at the ground. The next day in Warren, Michigan, he allegedly saw his then-wife Kim kissing security guard John Guerrera in the parking lot of the Hot Rock Cafe, and then assaulted him. Eminem was given a 2-year probation for both episodes. In the summer of 2001, Mathers was again sentenced to probation for illegal gun possession after an argument with an employee of Psychopathic Records. Following a decision in court, Eminem was ordered to pay a fine of $2,000 and several hours of community service. Eminem has spoken openly about his addiction to alcohol and drugs. One proof of this is that Proof, a member of D12, claimed that Mathers was sober from drug and alcohol use. However, he continued to use Zolpidem tablets to relieve insomnia problems. Such a problem caused Eminem to cancel the European leg of the anger management tour in August 2005 and enter a rehabilitation clinic for sleep aid addicts. In a 2009 interview with British presenter Jonathan Ross, Eminem admitted that at the height of his addiction he considered the possibility of committing suicide, stating that, "I wasn't taking care of myself. Sometimes I just wanted to give up on this life." He also commented that he is now making use of music to maintain his self-esteem. "Rap was my drug. So I had to resort to other things to feel good. Now rap is getting me up again." Many of Eminem's lyrics were deemed homophobic. Eminem denies the accusation, saying that when he grew up, words like "sissies" were often used in a derogatory way and not specifically in relation to homosexuals. During an interview on 60 Minutes in 2010, journalist Anderson Cooper, himself a homosexual, questioned him on the subject. "Don't you like gays?" To which Eminem replied, "No, I don't have any problem with anyone. See what I mean? I'm just like everyone else." Eminem is considered one of the greatest rappers of all time, with over 150 million records sold worldwide. He continues to make music and most recently released the album, Music to Be Murdered By, Side B, in 2020. Eminem is an example of overcoming, perseverance and determination to achieve your dreams, even in the face of many obstacles.
Thank you very much for watching us. Subscribe to the channel, share and leave your like and help us create more content to motivate your day.